Hi, I'm Nello Johnson, and this is a video tutorial on some of the editing techniques that is used in Photoshop, Lightroom, and Photoshop for my clients and so on. So people have been requesting this video, so I'm going to show you. This is the raw photo shot in Stockholm. It was a rainy day, very dark and rainy day. So the first thing I do when I get ready to edit a photo is I look at the problems that I would like to fix, and some stuff I would like to fix are these little blemishes in a face and stuff like that, and just little small subtle things I will fix. Also, at the same time, I'm going to get a little bit creative to make this photo really pop. So stay tuned, as you're going to see that I'm going to really bring this photo out. And watch the time consumed that goes into doing all of this, and you will see this is one of the reasons why photography is so expensive, because it's a lot of time consuming to really get this stuff. So the first thing I will do is I like the color. I will just adjust the color a little bit. I will choose auto tone. I think that's doing a pretty good job there. Bring it down just a little bit. She has very nice skin tone. And I will put this photo in Photoshop to do some work. So there's the photo, and there's the photo. No, there's the photo, and the first thing I want to do is work on her waist. I always make layers. These layers are the stuff that I work on. So later on, if I want to adjust them or take them away or add whatever, I can always go back to these steps. So the first thing I want to do is work on her waist. Also, I'm working with I'm using a Wacom tablet, so this allows me more flexibility to do stuff in Photoshop. So what I want to do with a waist is I want to bring it in just a little bit, just to give her waistline that ooh, look at me type of look. So I'm just going to push it in just slightly, take away that little bump there, just slightly. Gonna push the waist in. It's a little bit too much. Just slightly. So this is now, and this is before. So as you can see, it's just a minor little push in, but that makes a big difference. You know, it makes her look more feminine and so on. So the next thing I'm going to do is make another layer again. This is where I'm going to get creative. And, normally I would name my layers, but this is going to be quite straightforward. I'm going to make before I make a selection around her, I'm going to bring another photo into this. So there is this photo here, and this is what people call blur, but in photography term it's called bokeh. It's something that the lens make, but this looked like this was made in Photoshop by someone. So we make that selection, and I'm going to hide that selection for now. And I'm going to make a selection around her so I'm just making a selection around her, and you're going to see what this is going to turn into, what the end results of this is going to be. It's going to be quite dramatic. So I go there, here, and here. Now we're going to turn this back on, and boom, voila. So we have basically what a lot of people would like to do in Photoshop is change the background. But I'm not going to change the background entirely. I like that. Actually, I'm going to try to blend that in. And let's try screen. Yes. So I'm going to blend that in. So that's how that's going to stay, just like that. So there's a little bokeh there. The background of Stockholm still is there. And we're going to go from there. I kind of like that right there. And I can do some more stuff in Photoshop, which I think I will do. I'm going to make another background layer, and this time we call it skin. I'm going to remove these imperfections. I can do this in Lightroom as well, but at the moment I feel Photoshop is more faster on doing this kind of stuff. So many different ways I can move in imperfection, but the fastest way was using this tool, the spot healing brush. And I don't want to get too carried away, just little stuff I want to move. Yeah. Small little stuff. This is a really good tool for getting rid of imperfection fast. Like I said, I can do this in Photoshop Lightroom as well too, but it's a little bit more slow, but it gets the job done quite well as well. But whilst we're in Photoshop, we can do that, fix that. So I kind of like how everything is going now. This is quite nice, and if there's anything else, we can fix in Lightroom. So let's move the photo back over to Lightroom, Photoshop Lightroom, and this is the photo. Yes, no, yes, yes, this is the photo. Yes, no, no, that's not the photo. It's coming, and this is the photo. So this is the photo in Lightroom, and now the next step I'm going to do is work on a skin, a face a little bit. So we're going to do some skin softening and so on. So skin softening, and with skin softening I don't like to get too crazy with it. So let's set this at 75. Let's set the flow at 60. Let's see what that gives us. Take a bigger brush and let's start painting. I'm holding my mic in one hand, so it's a little tricky. I normally use all my hands, the keyboard, mouse and the tablet to do all of this stuff, but since I have to hold the mic in my hand because the volume is not that great, I have to hold it really close. We're just softening her skin a little bit. Don't worry about the eyes, I can fix those later. Softening here a little bit, and it's basically going over the same way how you women would put on your makeup, your foundation and so on. And basically when you're doing beauty retouching or whatever for women in Photoshop, it's the same way. For men it's a little different way, and for older women it's a more different way as well too. So now let's move that smoothing from around the eyes. I don't want that around the eyes and so on. And let's move it from around the eyebrows as well, because we'll be working on the eyebrows a little later. Eyelashes, remove that smoothing from around there because I don't want that smooth, and it can stay around the lips and the nose and everything else. So if we want to see progress, I can show you before and after. So you can see that the skin is much smooth. I didn't go too crazy with it. If I wanted to, I can make it even more smoother, but even the client told me don't get too crazy with Photoshop for her. She quite liked everything about her, and I have to agree. So in her case I don't need to go that far, but there's still some stuff that I can bring out. Around here is a little flat, here is a little flat around the eye, and I want to make those pop. Around the lips, if I wanted to, I could have done something in Photoshop. I could have basically added, you can say, her lipstick back in Photoshop, but I think I will just leave it the way how it is and improve it. But that's just something I can do if I wanted to. So the next thing I'm going to do is called dodging and burning. I'm going to be burning, basically darkening around the eye around here. My English is starting to go now. Been living in Sweden for too long. Also I want to raise the sharpening by about 50% because I want this to look really sharp, and the contrast I'm going to bring that up by 15%. I really want this to pop the same way how when you women do your makeup, you really want this to pop, and I want it to pop. I want the face to have that nice soft look, not too soft, and the other rest of stuff to really come out. Not pop out too much, but pop out enough. And just make my brush a little bigger. paint around here, make it a little smaller, my brush. Paint around here. And that's that. And once again, you can see a before and after. And you can see it's really starting to come out on this side. This is before, this is after. So the next thing is around the eyelids. Let's zoom in a little bit closer. This photo is not as sharp as I would want it to be. It is pretty still good because she was standing quite far away from me in this shot. So let's do some more dodging. This time we really want to bring the sharpness up even more, 75%. And we want to work on the eyelids. We want them to pop out. Like I said, this photo is not the sharpest. I can get much sharper photos than this, but you won't tell until you really zoom in to notice that. And let's paint around here a little bit, around here a little bit, around here a little bit, and let's zoom out, zoom in, zoom out a little bit more, and there's a before and after. So yeah, she's really starting to come together now. So the next thing I'm going to do is the eyes. We want to make them pop a little bit. I have some already presets of eyes, and I call this one eye pop. I'm going to work around the eye a little bit, just brighten the eye and bring it out a little bit. Also, we're going to do some dodging in the eye, burning, not burning the eye, but doing some burning around the outer ring of the eye. It's black, so just want to darken that a little bit. It just small little details can really make a big difference in a photo, trust me. Before and after. So just small little adjustments can really make a photo pop. Next, we want to work on the cheek here. Let's zoom out just a little bit more. We want to work here. Let's get in a little bit closer, and we want to darken here, basically following once again the same guidelines, but this time I don't want it to be let's see, how intense do I want it to be. Yeah, just a little bit more intense than the skin smoothing, and just a little bit sharper. Yeah, that should do. And one big brush, because I don't want to paint over it many times. There. And the next way. I think it's a little bit too dark for my taste. Let's tone it down a little bit. I think that should do. And if it's too much, I can always go back and fix, which I think it's a little bit too much. So let's go back and fix that and bring it down just a little to 10, and I think that's much better. So before and after, and we're getting there. So the next thing I want to do is focus on our lips. Let me zoom out just to look at her face a little bit. I want to focus on her lips. What dimple do we like? We like. I will do something with this dimple. I don't have to remove it, but I can make it a little less pronounced if I wanted to. So opacity, we put that at 50%. We're just going to focus on this dimple right here. Yeah, just to lighten it just a little bit. It's cloning, it should be healing. Just to give it a little small, no, I don't like that at all. What's happening here? No, I think we will leave that. Yeah, some things it's just better to leave alone. So we will leave that, and I think we might end up doing a second skin softening, maybe or maybe not. We will see. Now let's focus on the lips. Um, we want to give the lips a little bit of pop. So I like to use the dodging, which is a lightening a little bit. Make the brush a little bit smaller, the opacity and flow 100%, and just start painting around the lips. And this is just softening the lips a little bit. Also, there's one more thing I would like to do to the lips. I would like to do some burning around the lips, just to give a little black ring. I don't want that to be strong. I want that to be just barely noticeable, but it's enough to really give the lips that shape where you can really see the lips. And let's do a comparison, and that's before and that's after. So we're looking pretty good. Like I said, I think I'm going to give her face maybe, no, I don't think I will give it another skin softening. Now I'm going to adjust the colors a little bit to final off this photo. I think there's a little mark here that's bordering me just a little bit, and I think I'm going to remove that completely. It's just, yes. Wait, where is this mark coming from? There's a little mark on her face. I don't know if you can notice it. Okay, much better. So now we're going to work on the colors a little bit and get the colors the way how we want it. We can make it very bright, which we don't. I like to put on my clip marks, and this indicates that when something is too bright or something is too dark. And in this case, I'm not trying to go for something too bright, so we can adjust that down a little bit. Well, like I said, it was a quite dark day, so maybe we're going to go for that quite dark mood. The contrast, we can clear that just a little bit. Highlights are nice. Bring that down just a little bit. Shadows, we do nothing with. The whites, just a little bit. The blacks, just down, just a little bit. The clarity, I think in this case, I will soften just a little bit. The vibrance, I will take it up one notch. And saturation, I would leave that the way how it is, and looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Now, if I wanted to, I have other presets I have set here. I can turn this into black and white and so on, just by removing the color, and it's a black and white photo with bokeh and so on. So this is some little techniques. My hair, she kept it quite simple. So there's nothing much I can do here. It's quite nicely slicked back and so on, put in one. So this is some of the techniques I use in editing photos and so on. I can show you another example. This is a photo I edit of her, and look at the photo now, because I will show you the original photo, and once I erase this I can't go back. So this is the edit photo, and that's the original photo. So yeah, just to show you, and I can show you another one. This is the edit photo, and this is the original. So quite a difference. So hope you find this tutorial quite nice. Don't forget to check out my fan page on my website, and I'm going to be making more how-to videos, some live Photoshop videos, and watch out for my up-and-coming projects. It's getting quite busy for this month in June. I'm almost fully booked, so I'm shooting almost every day. Take care. This is Nello Johnson from Nello Johnson Photography. Peace.